Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. We've all been a bit sad for a few days because I think none of us were ready for Tina Turner to pass away. And she was 83 years old, but what a legend. That's somebody that I grew up listening to. My parents had a lot of her records, and I loved stealing my father's Tina Turner vinyls. It was brilliant. But anyway, she's left us, and today I'm going to talk about her music and just a few bits and pieces about her oeuvre that have resonated with me, and we'll mourn the loss of an actual music legend. Justin Hawkins rides again. As I say, I was brought up on Tina Turner. I always think that she worked with some of the greatest writers. So the first person that I want to sort of mention within Tina Turner's periphery is I thought that was always quite an unlikely collaboration, but Mark Knopfler from the Dire Straits, one of my favourite guitar players ever, the guy that I think has the most expression and dynamics in his playing, more so than some other guitar players. And the other guitar players' fan bases just go fucking mental when I say that. But Mark Knopfler, have a listen to it. It's awesome. He wrote Private Dancer, and it sounds very similar to a Dire Straits song. And Dire Straits obviously is another sort of dad rock classic band that I've spoken about many times before. But, you know, it's just, I mean, come on. Mark Knopfler plus Tina Turner equals awesome. Also, what about this one? When that feeling is... When that feeling is ending, there ain't no use pretending. Don't you worry, it's only love. The Bryan Adams, Tina Turner, that goes down, or has to go down as the greatest male-female rock duet. I think in terms of rock duets, it's second only to Under Pressure, but it's number one in terms of the male-female lot, I think, right? And the thing that I love about it is when Tina comes in, she gives it one of those and just fucking flies in there and says, yes, I'm Tina Turner, what are you going to do about it? Also, absolutely adore her work on Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is life beyond the Thunderdome. So how can you have a voice that emotes to such a degree that you hear a song that actually mentions Thunderdome, a conceit designed entirely for that movie, but still works as a timeless classic song? And Thunderdome, you just think, oh yeah, that is all we want. We just want life beyond the Thunderdome. That's all we want. That's all I want. What about you? I mean, what about The Best? I got into trouble for singing The Best once. That's a song that has been adopted by, I think, Rangers, the Glasgow Rangers football team. I love playing in Glasgow, but I had a nasty incident there where I sang The Best, and I think the Celtic enthusiasts, which is the rival football team in Glasgow, were really furious about it. And I didn't realise, I just think at the time my take was, how are you supposed to know which 80s covers you can and can't play in various cities that you visit as a musician? And I hadn't even planned to play it. I just sort of started playing it because it's one of those songs that plays itself, really. Oh, another story about that song. It was written by Mike Chapman, who was from the songwriting team Chin and Chapman, very successful in the 70s, I think. And he wrote that for Tina Turner. And I think they recorded it, and they got all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, okay, so we're in the studio, and they called up Mike Chapman. Mike, this is actually Tina. This is Tina. Mike, so we're doing The Best. Great song, love it. We need a middle eight, though. You know, that bit that goes, walking away with my heart and my soul, or whatever it does, you know. And Mike Chapman actually wrote that middle eight section whilst on the phone to Tina Turner. Incredible. And if you remember, that middle eight goes into an iconic saxophone solo, and the saxophone was played by Timmy Capello. And Timmy Capello is an absolute legend. He's the sort of original he provided the blueprint for the sexy saxophone man. I think he might have even marketed his own sax oil, because his whole on-stage look is, and actually sometimes off-stage, topless, really chiseled, cut physique, lots and lots of oil to accent the contours of his sculpted fascia. I don't know what that's called actually. Front bit. He would wear denim print leggings, so tight you can see every vein, and I counted them, every single one of them, and some chains, like a bulky chain around the neck. Was it with a padlock, that sort of Sid Vicious style? I'm not quite sure, but anyway, some chains, ponytail, and I had the pleasure of working with Timmy Capello at one point, and he told me that his whole uniform, like the sax uniform, was assembled by Tina Turner herself. Like, she was the one that insisted that he originally wore that, and he went on to wear it for, well, he's still wearing it now as far as I know. So decades of iconic stage wear, just at Tina Turner's whim. She always positioned herself with amazing musicians and songwriters. She had a unique voice. I loved her. I just loved her. Brilliant. And what about that dance as well? I mean, come on. I'm not going to do the dance. That wouldn't be... No, nobody wants to see that. Another awesome moment in her oeuvre is that I Can't Stand the Rain, where it starts off with a... like a really sort of sparse electronic arrangement. I'm not sure what year that was, actually. I think it came out in 1984. It's one of the 2 years that I suggest might be the greatest years for rock. But I can't stand the rain. Something about windows. Me, bim. Bringing back sweet memories. I can't stand the rain. Oh, it's awesome. I've actually, we are, on account of that Bryan Adams collaboration that I mentioned before, I think The Darkness actually asked Tina Turner if she would, contribute to a collaboration of that nature, a duet we were looking to do on our second record. She was not interested, and I think that's fair enough. She made a very, very kind excuse, though, and it's because we were working with Roy Thomas Baker at the time. We had some sort of contact with her, and we were able to sort of reach out at least. But she knocked us back, and I think that's fair enough. It's probably for the best. I understand. I'll always love Tina Turner, and I hope you do too. It's a sad day. Rest in peace, Tina. Excellent work throughout. Really, really amazing. And that's before you get into any of the personal struggles. It's just amazing stuff. And also, one of my... she did the same thing that I did and moved to Switzerland. See? I don't know what I mean by that, but see? Justin Hawkins rides again. Fare thee well. See you on the other ice up there somewhere. Nice one, guys. Listen to Tina Turner. Listen to all of it. And let's remember a legend. Nice one, guys. Okay.